AFTV. Sponsored by A Taste of Cyprus, Chisholm. Now doing deliveries.
Hi, I'm Mike. This is Colin's video tributes. I'd like to thank the following people that have contributed to these tributes. Callum Best, Ricky Grover, Wayne Lineker, Linda Lambert, Aisleyne Horgan-Wallace, Robbie from AFTV, the judges from AFTV, Joe Egan, who is a boxer that sparred with Mike Tyson back in the day, Scott Grinnell, who is an international rugby star, Barry Elfers for Storage Hunters, and Gavin Brooks, who is an events promoter. Me and Colin had great fun growing up. We learnt from each other, we fought each other, we enjoyed being around each other, and we liked the same things. So I liked football. We both support Arsenal. That's our passion for us, for our sins. We both like to play cards, and we both like to play pool. With cards, he would win more than me because he was a little bit of a cheat. So, you know, that's how he managed to beat me, but I didn't mind because it was all good fun in the end. And I miss him dearly. He was a heart and soul of any party that you have. He's loud, he was brash, but he was great. He was good fun. And as you all know, if you've met him, you'd know what he was like. And he was a great person. And he'd be sadly and sorely missed by everybody. And I'm sort of devastated that it's happened. But I just wanted to make this tribute to him so he knows that we all care about him. And thank you all very much for tuning in to this tribute. Thank you.
Oi, oi, Ricky Grover here, giving a big shout out to my mate Colin, who's sadly no longer with us, but he definitely won't be forgotten, that's for sure. Larger than life character. Underneath all that facade though, just a really nice, genuine bloke. And I think if you wanted to sum up who Colin really was, his infectious laugh. It was something really nice about him, made you want to laugh. He just liked having a laugh, and he was sort of playing the game. Rest in peace, Colin. You came in this world with a boom, and you went out this world with a boom. Boom! Miss you, mate.
Yes, everyone, Callum here. Wanted to say a special message to Heavy D, aka Colin. The time we spent together brought incredible, infectious energy to the room. Sincere, witty, friendly, proud to call him a friend, and he will be missed massively. But we celebrate his life, and we hope he rests in peace, and lots of love from me. And Colin, miss you, buddy. Lots of love, and you will be missed, my friend. Take care.
Hello, my name is Joe Egan. I had the privilege of working with Heavy D on his last ever music video. Redneck recorded a music video, and it was very nice to work with Heavy D. I've been interviewed by him a few times over the years, and he was a good friend of mine, and he will be sadly missed, God rest him. You know, he was still too young. Heaven's gained what we've lost. God bless his family, God bless the rest of his friends. Thank you.
This is Robbie here. Wanted to send a special tribute to Heavy D. I still can't believe it, you know, that he passed away. When I heard the news that he passed away, I mean, it really shook me. A guy that was so full of life, a guy that was always bubbly, you know, he was just such a nice guy. And, you know, I remember when he first came onto AFTV, it was a game, I'm sure it was a night game. And he just came along, this big guy, and just came on and was so bubbly and so full of life. And he went boom, and I was like, yo. And I was like, this guy is a character. And he had so much things to say, and absolutely loved the club, loved Arsenal, and wow, what a character. And then he started coming on various different weeks, and I used to love when he come on, because you know what, sometimes you'd even have a loss in a game, and he somehow found a way to brighten you up. Even when he was having a go, you couldn't help but laugh along. You couldn't help but just be taken along by his character because he was infectious. So when I heard the news that he passed away at such a young age, I was just like, so sad, so sad. You know, it gives you a great appreciation of life, makes you realise how lucky you are to have life. And I think the one example that he leaves to all of us is that enjoy your life. We're not here for long. That's all of us. We're all passing through and we've got to enjoy our life. And I know one thing from what I could see, you know, he enjoyed himself. He always had fun. He always had a smile on his face. I remember one time I said to him, I go, Heavy D, why you keep doing all this boxing, man? Right? And he said, Robbie, you know what? I want to go to the gym and I want to keep fit, but I can't motivate myself to go to the gym. But when I'm doing a boxing match, when I've got this boxing stuff going on, it motivates me to go to the gym and to train. And I said, you know what? That's great. That's great. And I know he enjoyed the boxing stuff. He enjoyed being, you know, there, the center of attention. And I was really shocked when he passed away. So I want to say tribute to him. I want to say he was a real good guy, a real decent guy. Just like all of us, he had his faults. But I don't think this guy had many enemies, man, because he was just such a nice guy. And Heavy D, from me, Robbie, everybody at the AFTV team, man, I just want to say rest in peace. You're so missed, so missed. And we'll see you in heaven one day.
Heavy D, you will be sorely missed, my friend. Yeah, my experiences with him have been quite fun. He's such a lively, excitable guy. I remember a charity football match when he'd just come out of the Big Brother house, not long after, and there's, you know, myself, Callum, a lot of the boys, and Tama, San, and everyone, and we were like just getting changed, and then this guy jumps in the dressing room like lively as anything, jumping up and down, shouting, screaming, and we were like, oh my God, yeah, so much energy, so funny, and yeah, he was in a good place then, and he was yeah, a lot of fun. He also went out on the football pitch and was in goal. It was absolutely useless, but it didn't matter because he kept laughing. But yeah, a great guy. Terrible sadness. My condolences to the family. I know his brother's very, very close to his brother, and yeah, sad times, but you will never be forgotten. Heavy D. Boom.
So this is a really hard thing to have to do, to talk about somebody who you know, who I loved and missed ever such a lot. Known also as Heavy D, although he was the alter ego of Colin and a nightmare, only on screen, because off screen, little did everyone know, but we got on famously. You know, we could talk for 3 and 4 hours at a time and still have plenty to say when we met up. We done judging things together. We done loads of stuff together, to be fair, and we was always on the phone. I miss him so much. You would never know, he did have lots of words of wisdom. I'm struggling. This is so hard. It's so hard. I just miss him, and I hope he's up there, giving the angels something to talk about. So hard. Yeah, I'm glad that he was famous, that he got what he wanted with his fame. He'd done such a lot in such a small part of his life. You know, well, I wasn't ready to say goodbye, but he'd done such a lot, and everybody knew him. And if they didn't know him, they heard him. Rest in peace, my good friend.
I've been asked to do a tribute video for the passing of Heavy D, Colin Newell. The first time we met Colin was in Milton Keynes. All the other cast members said this guy, he's really loud and brash, and he'd come at you. They wasn't wrong. The first time we met, we clashed, Colin and I, and this big bold guy come in. Bright colours, large as life, larger than life, matter of fact. But underneath all that, he was a big guy with a big heart. I remember this particular time at Milton Keynes, he said, let's make TV, and we did make some TV. I got to say, we did, and his favourite thing he liked to say was, it's not personal, it's not personal, it's only business, it's not personal. And he meant that, and that's the way he was. It was only business. And we did make some great TV together. We probably clashed a little bit. You know, at times we filmed in Birmingham and I nicked his boom. He went mad at me, even off camera. But then at the end of the day, when he drops his guard, you know, behind that, he's a lovely man. Just a shame to hear the sad news. Also, we was filming and we brought our nephew along, Mitchell. And Colin tried to poach him and have him under his wing. But what he did do is he sat down and spoke to him for most of the dinner time, most of the afternoon, and took him under his wing. That's the sort of person he was, rather than being large as life and brash and shouting boom, boom. Underneath all that, he had a good heart, a big heart. And we spoke about his kids, or his first child, on several occasions. And when he calmed down, you know, when he calmed down, we got under his guard. We found the real Colin, not Heavy D. It's a shame to hear the news. And we had some fun. He was funny. He could be annoying, very annoying at times, but he wanted to be famous and he wanted to get on the telly, and he did. He done what he wanted to do, and he was the biggest part of Storage Hunters. Everyone says to me, "Is he really like that? Is Heavy D really like that? Is he really like that?" You know, and he's probably the best one to work with because he'd give you something. You know, times when we was filming, it was a bit flat. The director would come up to Colin or I, and a few others probably, and say, we need something, give me something. One particular time we was filming in Hull, I think, or sitting, yeah, Hull. And it was a flat, horrible day and everyone was getting tired towards the end of the series, end of series 4. And he said, walking down this little track to the bins, to the storage lockers, he said, we got to make good TV. It's not scripted, and we done it. We just bounced off each other. And I see Sean Doherty putting his thumbs up. Yes, that's what we need, that's what we need. So yeah, he probably bought the West. He probably, you know, thinking about him now, it's quite sad. Probably bought the best out of me though, I think, really. And sometimes a worse side. But he was a good guy, you know, and he was a good guy. Everything took longer though, but that was the way he was. Everyone accepted it for him. Just a shame that, you know, back in 2020, we had that sad news. Too young. Colin, if you're out there, mate, God bless you. He was a good man, and you'll be sorely missed. He was like Marmite. People loved you and hated you. But love you or hate you, mate, you was a good guy. God bless you, Barry.
I'd like to say first and foremost that I was lucky to have met Colin and Heavy D and know them as both. And I have to say that whenever I met him, always made me smile, always made me laugh, and was a great guy. And always grateful for him to invite me to his first boxing fight, which unbelievably he didn't win, but I felt that he did. He got a draw, but against a Spurs fan, but I felt he deserved to win it, like, you know. So it was an absolute pleasure to have known him, and obviously very, very sad that he's not with us no more. And for me, I'll always miss him, just that boom and mucking about, and always took life with a laugh and was never serious. And it was an absolute pleasure to know him, and I feel lucky that I actually did get to meet him and know both sides of him. And so a very, very sad time for all the family and everything like that. But I'd just like to say that it was a pleasure knowing him, and yeah, boom.
Yo, yeah, man, Heavy D, man. That guy was jokes. I loved him. Like, I remember the first time I met him, he come to one of my events, and he was just, and I've seen him on the TV, but, and he was just full of energy. I've heard he's arrogant and all that. I didn't find him arrogant. I thought he was just funny. He's just, some people don't know how to take certain people, innit? And I think that's, like, it's only certain people could take him. Yeah. But most people that know him know he was genuine, and he's a good guy, man. Like, so I was sad what happened, man. I was gutted when I found out. Just one little memory before I go. One memory I remember of him. I was driving. I can't remember where I was. I look across and I see him in his car. And we didn't even say anything else, but what's that saying he does? Oh, yeah. Boom! I was in my car, he was on the other side of the road, and like we both said it was jokes, so big up.
It was devastating to hear about Colin, a larger-than-life character. We were lucky enough to meet him in School of Hard Knocks. Myself and Will Greenwood, I'll never forget, we sat around a campfire one evening, and he said, "Boys, I need to lose a little bit of weight," he said, "but my girlfriend, she likes me like this. She likes me to be cuddly," he said, and I like Savoloys, so she just keeps on feeding me Savoloys, and I'll never forget that. I'll never forget. And then he went on, Storage Wars, of course, Big Brother, larger than life character. Then he became Heavy D, but I'll always remember him as Colin, the guy that stood on stage and just wanted to make people smile and make people laugh. R.I.P. my friend.
First met Colin as he was on Big Brother, and I was writing my column, and I had a lot of nice things to say about him. I enjoyed him. He was a great character, always full of laughs and giggles, and then it turned out we had mutual friends, so I met him and we became friends ourselves, and I always knew that we would, because just seeing his character on TV, I just knew that I'd get along with him. Colin was a ray of sunshine in a somewhat dull world, and we've lost out on a big ray of happiness in all of our lives. But I know that he's one of the brightest stars now, shining down and still giving us that light. Miss you. Really, really pleased and honoured to have been able to say that you were my friend. And I'm so sorry you're gone too soon, but they say the good ones go too soon. Really, really sending all my love to family and friends, and what a loss it is. And I just pray that we'll meet again one day. Love you, Colin. Heavy D. Never forget the last time that I saw you on Southgate High Road, and we was just laughing and laughing and laughing. I think that's the way I'll remember you. Just a happy, happy guy that always made everyone smile. Thank you for your input on this world. You made it a better place.